How many last minute packers in the house? Don't raise your hand at once. It's okay. No judgment here. You want to know why? Because sometimes I could be a last minute packer as well when it comes to vacation, traveling, trips, and so on and so forth. Yes, I am a procrastinator by nature. I'm working on it. Now, I'm not always a last minute packer, but a lot of times I am. So today, I have some tips for you guys if you're going on vacation, going on a trip, going on a business trip, whatever the case may be, just to help you out so that way you don't forget any of the items you need. Because as we all know, if you spend the last minute packing, you probably will forget some very essential items. Speaking of essential items, the first thing that you want to look out for is your hygienic items, right? So you want to make sure you have your washcloths and your towels and whatnot. And this is especially true if you're going over a friend's or family member's house. Now, if you're going to a hotel or Airbnb, they probably will have those items. If you're going over a friend's or family member's house, they might have those items too. More than likely they will, but I always pack them just to be on the safe side. You never know where you might need a little extra something. And I always say a little extra is better than, not having enough. But you got to be careful with that too. I'm going to get into that in just a second. So obviously, anything for your hair, like for me, obviously, I don't need a hairbrush, but I have my lock oil that I put on my scalp on a daily basis, or I'm supposed to put it on a daily basis. Sometimes I forget. But let's see. You want to make sure you have your lotion, your toothbrush, your toothpaste. Anything, again, hygienic. Whatever you use for your skin routine, whatever you use for your nighttime routine. If you take melatonin, or magnesium or anything of that sort. So make sure you have those essential items. Number 2, to help you in terms of packing, right? If you're a last minute packer, maybe try to pack at least 2 to 3 days before your trip minimum. Some people, they prepare a whole week out. Those are the super smart folks. Those are the folks that know themselves and that know, hey, I need to make sure I keep track of everything. But the reason why I say essentially start packing 2 to 3 weeks out is because 2 to 3 days. I'm sorry, not 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 days is because you can kind of remind yourself if you forget things, right? But actually, before I even get into that, I'm sorry, I should have mentioned this first. Make yourself a list. I'm the type of person where I literally make a list for everything. I get that from my mom. I make a list of morning routines, evening routines. I make a grocery list. I put it all on my phone. I'll put it all on paper. I make a list of tasks I need to complete that day. So if you're a list person like me, make yourself a list of items that you will need for the trip. Actually calculate it in your head and write it down. How many pairs of underwear am I going to need? How many pairs of shirts am I going to need? How many pairs of pants or shorts am I going to need? How many pairs of shoes am I going to need? How long is the trip? Obviously, if the trip is like 2 or 3 days, you don't need much. If the trip is like a week or 2 weeks, you're going to need a bit more. If the trip is like a month, like one of my best friends, he just took a trip overseas to London, and he was over there for a little bit over a month. So he needed he needed a lot of items to take with him. You know what I'm saying? So these are things that you have to consider based on the duration of the trip and whatnot. But yeah, if you pack at least 2 to 3 days minimum, which I'm not saying that it's always the best, depending on how long the trip is, but it will allow you time to kind of go through to make sure you didn't forget anything. You might also realize that you needed some stuff at the last minute, and you add those things in there as well. Now, this is going to be a tip for my overpackers, and I'm guilty of this. I've gotten a lot better, but whoo, child, I used to be really, really horrible at this. Don't pack more than what you need. Now, I said, near the beginning, you might have some extras that you might prepare for and so on and so forth. And that's perfectly fine. However, in the same breath, I want you to also make sure that you are taking inventory of what you have versus what you want. What you need versus what you want, right? Because you might think that you need that item. Well, maybe if I do this, maybe if I do that. If you're not at least 70% guaranteed that you're going to need that item, don't take the item with you. Like, for example, y'all know I'm a roller skater. I roller skate everywhere I go. If I know without the shadow of a doubt that I'm not going to be roller skating, if there's less than a 75% chance I'm going to be roller skating somewhere, I'm not taking my roller skates with me. And also depending on where I'm going. Like, for example, if I'm going on a camping trip, I'm obviously not going to take my skates with me, right? By the way, camping trip episode coming on Thursday. Just a little shameless plug real quick. But yeah, and last but not least, when it comes to packing, especially for my pre-packers, and you are a procrastinator, As soon as you find out about the trip, I would say already start thinking about what you need, right? I know that's a little bit of a heads up in advance type of situation, but if you're at least thinking about the things that you'll probably need for the trip, then more than likely you'll have those things set in motion when it comes time to pack. It's just a matter of making sure you don't wait to the last minute. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be intentional about not waiting to the last minute. That's how you bypass all of that. So these are some tips. I hope this helps. I know a lot of people travel during the summer. People do camping trips. People go to certain events. People visit family. People travel internationally. So just make sure you have everything that you need. Make sure you give yourself enough time to pack so that way you could be good to go. All right. Marcus Frazier from Teachable Tuesdays here to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. Thank you for joining me today. Greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on Thursday when we talk about camping trip stuff. Peace.